And now, ladies and gentlemen and the in-between folks, your master of ceremonies.
Well, hello. Yes, it's me. As you saw in the opening, this video is a very special presentation that I've been working on for quite some time to be released on this special day. I'm pretty sure you're wondering how special this video is. Well, I decided it's time to get a little, how you say, vulnerable. Okay, I think they got the memo here. Now let's dive into this. This video is proudly brought to you by the letter A. N-A, I hear you say. What does the letter A have to do with this? I'm glad you asked. While A is just a letter, it also spells out words like adventure, amusing, asparagus, appraisal, but it can also spell out that. It's a word that I even have trouble saying, but it also hits close to home. You fill in the blank. Now you know why this video is considered special. It has been 20 years since I was diagnosed with that word. 20 years, and it went downhill from there. Just kidding, kinda. It's considered a spectrum. Many people can live normal lives, while others are supervised 24/7 for their own safety. I feel honored that I'm lucky to be part of the people who can live almost normally, while also understanding there are those who aren't so lucky. But here's the tea. All autistics aren't the same. For me, I'm very outgoing when I can be. I'm not a math genius. I'm not sensitive to loud noises. I'm not on any medication. Well, I was, but you know what I mean. The point I'm trying to make here is, don't jump to what you think I am just because you saw only one story about autism on the news. We all have the same condition, but we're different in ways you don't expect. Stay educated. There are many people who are open about their diagnosis. Lots of them do public speaking or are best-selling authors or have contributed to many studies. And there are some who have their own YouTube channels, not including myself, showcasing their daily lives. Which brings us to our next segment. In advance, I have dedicated this entire presentation to our guest and his family. They will be credited in the description. I'm sure you're waiting in suspense, and I won't prolong it any further. Everybody, I now present my special guest. Come on out if you please. Folks, I would like you to say hi to Tommy. He's here for this occasion to help me show you how autism is different for all people. For example, how we communicate is a major difference. Let me explain. When I was 7, I was talking like an average child. You couldn't get me to stop. When Tommy was 7, he started to talk. It would take years for him to talk in full sentences. Doctors told his parents that if he didn't start talking at age 5, then he would never utter a single word. Oh honey, how he proved them wrong. I graduated with a high school diploma like the average student. He received a certificate of accomplishment from an autism program. Well, I was in a special program all of my elementary years, but stopped by choice come middle school. But we're gonna move on. I have a pet dog named Gracie, who is my profile picture on all my platforms. Tommy has an autism assistance dog guide named Tyrone. He's had 3 other dogs, Sarah, Matrix, and Adele. All of his guide dogs share one common task: to keep him safe. 24-hour vigilance and constant spotlights hanging above help Tommy navigate the world with minimum difficulty. I obsess over reality TV. Tommy obsesses over everything Disney. Most of his sentences comes from the movies that helped him improve his speech. Albeit slowly, I can easily state that Tommy is probably the #1 Disney fanatic in the globe. Dare to face him in a round of Disney trivia for $100,000. Tommy wins the loot, without a doubt. I don't consider myself athletic at all. Tommy is an elite athlete who has won countless medals from his many races. Exactly how many? Wrong person to ask that question, babes. You think it's not that many, but I'm not joking. At best, it's a wall's worth, or 2, or 3, or 4 if you're willing to break that wall. When Tommy was 18, he asked his mom, "What is autism?" She responded by asking what he thought autism means. His response, "Autism means friendship." That answer couldn't be any more true. After all, we all want to feel loved, right? Because if you can't love yourself, how are you gonna love somebody else? You can learn more about Tommy and his family by going to the links in the description. We hope his story relates to you in the way it relates to me. Okay, I've yapped on long enough. I want to take this time to thank you for taking the time for watching this special feature. I've been honored to share as much as I have about myself, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask and I'll happily oblige to answer. I also have to thank Tommy and his family, who I again say I dedicate this feature to. Supporting Tommy has been an absolute honor, and I will continue to do so for years to come. Continue being the inspiration you always have, while waves of pixie dust and Disney magic explode in the background. Wouldn't be that hard to imagine that for Tommy, isn't it? But for now, until whenever I decide to release a new video from my vault, this is Connor, with Tommy, bidding you farewell, and, as Mickey Mouse would say, see you real soon.